shrimp on a treadmill is an awesome experiment. I think we can agree on that as a premise. This was part of an experiment 14 years ago to see if pollution in the ocean affected sea life. It cost nothing to make the initial treadmill and $1,000 to make the second one. It proved that pollution did indeed make a difference in the life of sea animals. Obviously people and things would also be affected by it. If you gave money to an institute, and that institute maybe gave a donation to a food bank, say, and that food bank gave some food to everyone in the population, and one of those people was a starving artist, and that starving artist had a little bit of food that day and was able to create a masterpiece in his eyes or her eyes or their eyes, and they put that in a local gallery. But you didn't like the art. You thought the art was absolutely terrible. You thought it had no worth at all, even though it actually sold and the artist was able to eat that day. But you didn't like that. So you said, but I funded that art. But actually what you did was fund the institution that happened to give something, that gave something, that eventually gave one tiny can of beans to this starving artist, and they were able to do this piece of art that you said, no, drag queens in the theatre, drag queens in the library. How did we fund that? You didn't fund that. You funded an institute that very far down the line gave some beans to a starving artist. Because that's how funding works. You give some money to an institute or a thing, and far down the line you might write a paper that has one line about something that you don't like. You can't say then, oh, I funded the thing, a study about wombles. It was no. That was actually, they mentioned wombles because it was about environmental impact of society and recycling. And they just happened to make a light-hearted comment. This is all beside the point, because putting a shrimp on a treadmill is unambiguously a splendid idea, and I'm sure the shrimp loved it. I mean, obviously you can't ask the shrimp because it was 15 years ago and it's a shrimp.